Good evening. So I'm at home, obviously, and today I had a conversation with another person that's there getting the NAD treatment as well, and they said, "Okay, so you're almost done." I was like, "Yeah, two more days," and they was like, "Great. So what are you gonna do with all your time now? What are you gonna do with your new life?" And you know, and when it's something that you've done for so long, you can't imagine life without it. Because even during my sobriety time, it was because something else was going on or something else was overtaking my entire life to where I didn't have the time to be able to manage it in, or it was causing issues in my relationships, and so I was trying to do what was best for my relationships at the time and try to get that under control. And for the first time, I just really know that I'm going to have a life without it. That all the problems that have came up because of it over the years, I never have to face again, as long as I continue to choose to not allow it in my life. And so I want to read something from The Woman's Way. It says, "In recovery, we develop the power of choice. When we're struggling with an addiction, our choices are very limited. The addiction decides what we'll do and where we will go and how we will act. By taking the first step, we regain the power to decide for ourselves. We can choose whether we want to continue to try to control the things we can't, like our addictive cycle, or control the things we can, like our participation in recovery. By admitting our lack of control over our addictions, we empower ourselves to experience a whole new way of life." And that's what I'm facing, a whole new way of life. And so tonight I went to dinner with friends, went through the dining room, and of course kind of looking around. There's wine on every table, cocktails on every table, and at first I was like, "Oh, don't look at it, don't look at it." But then I was like, no, like I wanted to look at it. I wanted to see it. I wanted to see what it did to me. I wanted to see my reaction to it. It's like an overprotective parent. If you keep your child closed in and just locked away from everything, then what are they going to do when you're not there? What are they going to do whenever you have to let them out and they have to go into the world by themselves? They don't know how to handle it or what to do. So I really watched, and I really watched women drink their wine and people have cocktails and things. And, I'm sitting there, my son came, I was with friends, and I got a mocktail, just it didn't have alcohol in it. And I just realized that yearning, that desire was no longer there. it wasn't there for the first time in my life. I mean, even whenever I didn't want to drink anymore and I just said, no, I'm not doing it, if I would see it, I still wanted it. But I'm like, no, I'm going to choose to do the right thing, and I'm going to choose not to. But to have my mocktail, okay, sorry, I got a phone call, so that cut that video short. But so I had my mocktail, and it was cheap for one. It wasn't 800 calories, because an average glass of wine is anywhere from 150 to 220 calories. I don't drink sweet wine. I only drink dry. So, have 4 of those a night. And, it's getting pretty up there for the extra calories, as well as the carbs and the sugars and everything else. Anyway, back to dinner. At this point in dinner, I would have probably had 2 glasses, and I don't eat a lot of carbs, so 2 glasses is a lot for me. And so I would already be thinking about, okay, am I just going to ride home with my son and then Uber back here in the morning to pick up my car? Am I going to hang out here for a few hours after dinner so I can kind of sober back up so I can drive home? But if I chose to do that, then what I would end up doing is probably have another glass at the bar, or something like that. And then, the effects of the alcohol on my dinner, being able to enjoy the dinner and just not, how many times have I even ordered dinner and ended up just taking it home, because not even eating it, because I just ended up drinking the whole time. And there was just so many things that I didn't have to think about, that I didn't have to worry about. Waking up tomorrow with a headache or this or that, or feeling tired. It was just, I just felt like this huge burden was lifted off my shoulders, and that I no longer have to live like that anymore, that I have the choice. I choose recovery. I choose sobriety. Through NAD, that is giving me the backbone that I've never had before. I've wanted it. I've had the desire to not want to drink, but I didn't have the backbone to be able to implement it for the rest of my life. And I mean, I'm not even done with the treatment yet. So, of course, this is just kind of my first experience, even going out and kind of being around alcohol. But the desire was not there. It's completely gone for this one time. So we'll see what happens next time. And as far as the treatment, there is a side effect of like kind of sinus pressure. So I've got a headache yesterday and today, and kind of just like a lot of pressure built up. It almost feels like allergies. And they said that that's a common side effect of it, but I'm towards the end of the treatment and it's just now coming on. So that's good. But I just can't believe that I've lived life for so long with something that is no longer a part of my life, that doesn't have to be a part of my life. Like it's a whole new, just like my friend that's doing the treatment as well too said today, what are you going to do with your new life? I'm going to do everything I possibly can. and I'm going to remember it. I'm going to feel great doing it. So I will talk to you guys later. Sorry, I'm really tired. It was a really long day. So, and sorry about the 2-part video. But everyone have a good night. And I'll let you know how the end of the treatment goes. Bye.